And with the first pick of the 2022 draft from the University of Georgia, Travon Walker, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just kidding. How's it going?
Good, how about you?
I'm not the commissioner, but we can still shake hands. You didn't go to the draft, so this is like my draft setup.
Okay.
Okay. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I called Kirby and said, I'm going down to Jacksonville. And so I'm interviewing Travon. Are you going to send the ring or not? Like, go ahead and give me my ring. And he was like, all right, that's what's up.
We go look out for you every time. You deserve it.
Thank you. You know, I was at the national championship game, and I think to myself, you know, 5 players on that team ended up going in the first round. You went #1 overall. Like, what do you take from being on a team that talented?
I have to say just I'm blessed, me personally, being #1. And just to be a part of that team, like a lot of talented guys on that team, and just to be one of those guys that stood out and to be the #1 pick, it really means a lot to me.
Do you guys still talk?
We talk just about every day. I was just on the phone with Jordan Davis, Devontae White, Quay Walker last night. We got a little group chat, so we still stay in contact.
I love that, all the rookies staying on the phone.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about the NFL draft process, it could be crazy for anyone. But for you specifically, because you come into it, everyone's like, okay, top 10 pick, Travon Walker. Flash forward to right before the draft day, and you're the #1 draft pick. Everyone's talking about Travon Walker, Travon Walker. What was it like riding the roller coaster?
For me, it wasn't a roller coaster. I had to say just sticking to the course. Like, I'm out here training for a reason, so I said I wasn't on social media. I'm just out here 2-a-days, getting to work in, leading up to the combine. Like, I'm already knowing I'm going to go kill the combine. It's just me being the athletic person that I am.
I love that you bring that up, because we're all sitting there like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
How can you be that big, run that fast, you know, jump that high? But you knew it was going to happen.
I did.
What was the fastest you ran the 40 in training?
In training, the fastest I ran was I want to say a 4.61 was the fastest. But my 10 split, it was giving me like a 4 in the 4.5 range, so I knew I was going to be in the 4.5.
It's wild. How did it feel after you came and did what you set out to do, which was dominate in that combine?
I felt great just because, like, that's what I set out all of my time aside to work for. Like, I've been working for that, how many ever months it was leading up to the combine. Just I blocked out all the noise, people talking about he's going to be early second round, late first round. Like, I really didn't care about that, just as long as I got the opportunity to play professional football, do what I love to do.
What was the toughest critique? I know you blocked the noise out and you didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
But what was the toughest critique that you heard?
Being honest with you, I really don't know. Cause like, I really don't care. Really? Like, everybody has their own opinion, so like, I'm not gonna get into your opinion. That's just somebody else's opinion on me. Like, you really don't know what I go through, the hard work I put in every day to get where I'm at now.
Well, why don't you tell me then, for those who don't know, what makes you special, like on and off the field? What kind of worker are you? For everyone in Jacksonville, the fans that are going to be here in this stadium, they want to know more about their #1 pick.
I had to say I'm somebody, like, if I'm going to be somewhere, like if I'm going to be at practice, I'm going to be giving me my all, because like at that point in time, I have nothing else to do. Like, all my time is bought into that, so I'm giving all my energy to the game of football, and that's what I love to do. Like, I just do it for fun as well, so why not have fun with it?
I hear that you're never the first guy on the bus. Like, you're going to get the extra reps in.
Definitely. I gotta do that, especially like when you got somebody like Josh. We always having like little conversations here and there, but he just giving me extra games. So for me, I'm just trying to soak up all the game I can early and trying to play a long career in the NFL.
What would you say is that sometimes there's a coming to the league moment where you're like, oh, this is a little bit different? Have you had that yet?
Yeah, I definitely have to say one of my first OTA practices, just the speed of the game, like it's different from college football. College is fast, don't get me wrong, but once you get to the league, like some grown men, like at that point, like I'm not gonna be little boy, so I gotta step up to the challenge and just do what I do.
So you consider yourself a grown man now?
Young man.
Okay, I like that. You're a young man. When you think about your career at Georgia, you know, you played a lot of different positions. You dealt with injury. You know what I mean? For a lot of people, they were learning about you in your play in the national championship, you know, because you showed out. So what would you say, being able to come here, maybe focus on one position, the impact that has on you, especially as a rookie?
I have to say just being able to focus on one position, like I really don't have to remember as much, so it might not be like a small mental error, so I can really just lock in on what I have to do right here. I don't have to worry about like what I have to do at another position in another scheme. So it's a lot that goes into it. Just depending on what type of scheme you in, I might have to know a way lot more. Just playing one position, I can really dial in on that position and go look at other people and just pick little things that they do that I can insert into my game to try to help me as well.
I love that because that means you study the game, like you love the game. Who are some of the guys maybe that you look at here and there? I mean, they could be on your team or on another team, even as you were coming up in college, that you've like looked at their game, you're like, I like that part of it.
I had to say one of my main ones, J.J. Watt. I like the Bosa brothers as well. When I used to rush inside, I used to watch Aaron Donald, but it's a lot of J.J. Watt, Bosa brothers, Myles Garrett. Those are the main ones for me.
What are some of the things you see in their game, the pieces you pull out?
Oh, the main thing that out of everybody that I name is relentless effort. Like, all those guys give relentless effort. And one of the things I noticed coming into the league and watching a lot of film, like sacks, it's not really a lot of pretty sacks. Like, it's effort sacks, you're just giving it your all, not quitting on the play. And then the sack just may fall into your hands. So, like, people be worried about, oh, his move didn't work how it's supposed to. Like, it's not all about that. Just continue to play within the play and let it come to you. Make 100% of the plays that come your way.
To go along with that relentless effort, what's the thing that coaches are kind of like harping on right now with you? What is the focus for you?
With me, just continue being the person I am. Like in practice, I cover down the ball, like the ball maybe 30 yards down the field. Like that's something I do. I naturally run, so they just continue to stay on me about that to get in game shape, and that's going to help me in the long run.
I've heard you say several times in interviews that since you were 7 years old, you've been in love with this game. I'd love to hear 7-year-old Travon's story, like introduction to the game.
I had to say 7 years old, I remember the exact team I was on. It was the Bulldogs, so I always been on the Bulldogs.
The what?
Bulldogs, definitely. But yeah, I was on the Bulldogs, and I had a coach, Coach Block. One was Coach Block, Alvin Marshall, and Coach Dean. They always told me, like, everybody always told me I was one of the biggest kids, one of the most athletic. I just weighed too much to where I couldn't really be like a running back. But they just told me, like, it's something about you that separates you from a lot of the kids. Like, ever since I've been that age, I just always been locked in on football because it's something that I really love to do. Like, it's not just because I have to do it to get my family out. Like, yeah, I wanted to help to get my family in a better position, but I love the game of football.
Did you believe them when they said that you were special?
Kind of hard because my dad was, I wouldn't say my dad was too hard on me, but he'll always give me my props. But like, once he gave me my props, it's a snap, like, I'm out of it, time to get back to work. So I guess that helped me in the long run to now, like, say for instance, I have a good game or whatever, it's time to look forward to the next game. Like, can't dwell in the past, keep getting at least 1% better every day.
I love that you brought up your dad because he's a Marine, a former Marine. What's it like to be the son of a Marine and also being a football player?
It definitely can be hard, but from the football standpoint, like I said in a lot of interviews, I wore a helmet, sweat jacket, cut grass in. That really trained my mental early on. I'm in Jacksonville, it's hot, so I'm really used to that. So now I just go out there and play ball, and it's not really a mental game for me. I'm just out there having fun.
How old were you when you were in this lawn mowing suit?
I've been cutting grass ever since like 6th grade.
With the helmet?
With the helmet. So like around middle school.
Did you ever say thanks, Dad?
I do. I do. Sometimes it may be hard, but like, I really do, just because I look back on the situation now, and I really do appreciate him for that.
You know, it's interesting because obviously you're in training camp right now, but soon I'm seeing the lines get painted. The guys were out here a little bit earlier, and this is your field.
Yeah, getting close.
Yeah, what do you think it'll feel like when the sunlight hits your helmet, or you play Nike and the lights hit your helmet, and you're running out for the first time?
I have to say, for me, once I run out that tunnel, is like I said earlier, I'm a totally different person. I'm ready, I'm locked and loaded, but it's definitely gonna be a great feeling running out that tunnel as an official NFL player, Jaguar, for the first time.
You're like this very low-key person, but then I feel like there's an alter ego on the field. Is that fair to say?
Definitely. Like, a lot of people not going to see that side of me because I'm not a loud person, but on the field, like, I get reckless on the field, and like without the helmet, that's not me. So I'm just gonna keep it like that, balance out my personality, so I feel like I can get a lot off my chest on the field and come back in the locker room. I'm that friendly guy, that talks to everybody, laugh, I'm goofy. like once you get to know me, then we're gonna have some fun together.
Okay, Reckham Trey is out there.
Definitely.
Calm Trey is in here. I also heard that you trained a little bit with Robert Mathis.
I did.
That must have been great. What did you learn? What were your takeaways from that?
My main takeaway, I had to say, just attention to the small details. Like if I'm not, just say for instance, I'm not getting out the ball, that's the #1 key to edge rusher. So I just want to take small steps. It's not all about, it's about your hand placement and things like that. It's just the small details. Once you get the small details down and memorize it, make it second nature to you, then everything else is just going to work itself out.
All right, you're the second #1 overall pick to come here. Trevor Lawrence was in here a little bit earlier. Talk to him. What's it like to, I mean, I know you knew him in high school. You knew his name at least.
Yeah.
What's it like to be on the same field with him, fighting and having the same goal as him?
For me, being on the same team with Trevor, like I used to look up, like I wouldn't say look up to Trevor because he's a totally different position, but I used to look at Trevor like he's great. Like he's from Georgia. He set that example for a lot of Georgia kids, and I'm probably like 2-3 years younger than Trevor. And he was one of those ones name that always popped up in as state of Georgia. Like he was from Cartersville. I'm all the way in South Georgia. Like how am I hearing about him? He was just a great player that did everything he had to do to get in the position that he is. So, like now that I'm on the team with him, I can really see why he's in the position that he's in.
And something I really wanted to ask you was just even when you were growing up and you're playing the game, and I know you said you loved it, did you ever imagine that one day you would be the #1 overall pick, that your name would be the first one?
I had to say everybody has that dream at least one time in their life, but I had that dream as well, but I never really just thought that I'd be the #1 pick for real. Special moment for me.
It's special.
Definitely.
And you shared it with your family. Yeah.
I don't want to do it no other way.
Well, I'm excited to see you play.
Thank you.
You can borrow my ring if you left it in Georgia.
Nah,
Do you
I
need
got
it?
mine at the crib.
You straight?
I'm good.
You got the
I let
diamonds
you
too? You sure?
Mine might
Are
have
they
a
real?
few more.
Are they-
He might have gave you the knockoff.
That's enough.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.